Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be all of the products I have pan on. If you follow other project panners, you probably see these videos pop up in your feed every now and then. But basically twice a year, every April and every October, I try to film an updated video discussing what products I've hit pan on over the past 6 months, what products I've finished that I previously had pan on. It's basically a gigantic brag fest where I sit here and pat myself on the back for all of my hard work with project panning. And hopefully in doing so, I inspire some of you to try project panning or to keep going when the times get tough, because this is obviously the fruits of our labor. And it's nice to see that even though progress is very slow for me with project panning and that I don't see progress day to day, if I look back over the past 6 months, I can certainly see the effect that my project panning has had on my makeup collection, and that will keep me going for the next 6 months. So I will leave a playlist link down below of all of my previous products I have pan on in case you missed it. I've been doing this since April of 2018. So this is my 7th time doing one of these videos. In previous videos, I would show you all the pans that I have that I haven't used, but I don't have time to get all of them out today. So like I said, I will link the playlist down below, but basically here's the rundown. As of October 2020, I had a total, here's my little note system. I had a total of 60 pans in my makeup collection. All of these were makeup products. I don't think I have any, like, sometimes I would include like skincare, like my solid perfume or stuff like that, but I think this is all makeup. But I had 60 products as of October 2020, and out of those 60 products, I finished 7 that had pan. I worked on a total of 8 products, including the 7 that I finished, and I have 12 new pans since October of 2020, which brings my total to 65 now. I currently have 65 products with pan. When I first started doing this back in April of 2018, I only had 37 pans. So I'm getting close to doubling the amount of pans that I have. It went from 37, 41, 44, 59, 54, 60, 65. So I've said this before and I'll say it again. I don't know if my ultimate goal is for me to have more pans or less pans, but my goal is that every 6 months my sheet looks different than it did the time before. I definitely want to see progress, and whether that progress means using up products that already have pan or hitting more pan that I didn't previously have pan in, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for change. I'm looking for some sign that project panning is having an effect on this sheet right here. So I am very, very, very happy to be able to state that I have 12 new pans and that 7 of the pans I previously had have been finished. I don't have 2 of them to show you. I tossed them after the new year started. One of those empty pans is my Mary Kay Dusty Rose single eyeshadow that was in my Pan That palette for 2019, but I finished it off last year. And the other one is the light lavender of the Lancome duo that was my last baby Pan That palette. That was still kicking around 6 months ago, and I finished that, and I think I tossed the packaging for that as well. So, should we talk about new pans or progress? Let's talk about the new pans. There are 2 new pans that I'm going to be showing for the first time in this video. I haven't showed you guys these before ever. I haven't showed them on Instagram. I haven't showed them here, and I'm really excited that I finally get to show you these 2 new pans. One just happened a couple of days ago. One I've been sitting on for about a week and a half. So let's start with those because I'm super excited. I've been hinting around since my Pan That palette update on the 1st about this new pan. I am a horrible winker. I tried telling you guys through winks that I hit pan on this. This is my ColourPop Yes Please palette. It is in my Pan in Every palette project, and I hit pan on the yellow finally. So there it is right there. When my next update comes along towards the end of this month, I'll be talking about how many uses it took to hit pan and things like that. I really enjoyed working on this eyeshadow, and I found a look that I loved, and I really enjoyed wearing that look. But I'm always happy to have a new pan, and this one is no exception. So there is my first new pan. My other new pan comes from the last remaining eyeshadow in my Pure Go Nude palette. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on this one as well too. Here it is, right here. There is my newest pan. This palette was my Pan That palette for 2018. Obviously, I did not manage to finish it off during that year. This is actually a combination of two shadows that were left in this palette. Both were about half gone. I dropped the palette and they both shattered. So instead of repressing them both into two separate pans, I combined them and pressed them into this pan. The way I've been using this eyeshadow all year long is as a brow powder. I think it's been working okay. I've really come to become a huge fan of just brow powder and clear brow gel. That's all I use for my brows every single day, and I'm really happy with that. But I would love to finish this shadow off. This shadow is currently in my Beauty A to Z project, and so that update's coming up in just a couple of days. But yeah, I managed to hit pan just a couple days ago on that guy right there. The way that I've been working on this shadow is I'm trying to work very evenly across the entire pan. I was intentionally avoiding a dip, and I'm hoping now that there's pan here, this is going to go very quickly because like I said, it's shallow across the board. There aren't any places where I really have to work hard to finish the product off. And if I start seeing this pan go quickly, I'm gonna be wearing a lot of brown eyeshadow and brown in my brows and brown everywhere just to finish this off because I get excited when I start to see this progress. And I think the pan is going to expand quickly. So I'm really excited about that one. The rest of these new pans are old news to you guys, but I'm gonna show them to you all really quickly. These are all new pans that I've hit since my last products I have pan on video in October. First of all, I have my City Color color corrector right here. I have a MAC eyeshadow single in the shade Plum Dressing. I have my Almay Cream Blush. This is an old product. Don't go to a store looking for it. It's not there anymore. I've had it forever. I have my Milani Bella Rose single eyeshadow. There's some loose bits floating around in here, so I won't hold it up too much, but I think you can see right there. Plus, I just talked about this in my last update for Past, Present, Future. This next product is one that I've never really talked about as having pan on it, but the more I think about it, I do have pan on it. This is my Mary Kay Eye Base in Violet Storm. It's been in my Beauty A to Z project for years. And that little circle right in the middle of the pan right there is the bottom. I also have some pan right there on the side, but I never counted it as pan because this was really dry at one point and I added some coconut oil and repressed it. But I'm counting it as pan from this point moving forward. Maybe that'll help motivate me to use it up because I haven't been working on that one. Next, I have two singles that were in my deck of panning project. This is Miss Locks from Lala Cosmetics. That is a brand that used to be sold on Etsy, but is no longer in business, sadly. But how come I can't? There it is. Can you see it there? I'm sorry. I need to invest in a real camera and stop filming on my phone. And then I'm not 100% sure what brand this eyeshadow single is from. I want to say it was from an old Maybelline quad, but I'm not 100% sure. But there is my pan right there. Next is a blush from my Makeup Revolution Sugar and Spice palette. This was also a pan in every palette product. There's my pan right there. I used this so many times and part of me wants to go back to this to try to finish this off completely, but part of me also worries that that will take a lot longer than I think it will because it took me forever to hit pan. So I don't know, hopefully I can get back to this again soon. I actually really enjoyed this as a blush, but I'm not working on it at the present moment. Another pan in every palette face product is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit palette. This is a huge pan. I definitely would like to finish this off completely this year, but it's not in a project right now. But yeah, huge pan. I don't think it would take me too long to finish that off, but again, I have a long history of overestimating my ability to finish products, so. Okay, here's my last new pan right here. It's back in my Z palette singles, and this is Max Quarry. I think this might have been the first pan I hit after last October. So it's been a while since I've worked on this, but there it is right there. No, Plum Dressing was the first one I hit, but this was a while ago too. Okay, so that was by far the most exciting part of this video, but I do still have 8 products that I did have pan on 6 months ago, and I still have pan on. I have not finished them yet, but I am working on them, and I feel like I've made some good progress, so I'll show you those really quickly next. First of all, let's talk about this one, because this is the reason why I knew I had to film this video today, because by tomorrow it might be gone, and then it won't be part of this video. Hopefully I didn't, no, it's still there. This is my Winky Lux Diamond Powder sample, and I think it will be finished by tomorrow, if not the day after. There is hardly any left, but when I realized how close I was to finishing this off, I knew I better get this video filmed because it's almost gone, and it's not going to be a product I have pan on for much longer. There's just a little bit of product left along the top here, and a super tiny amount of product down here. But that's it. I think it's gonna be gone tomorrow. I don't know, maybe I should have waited and then I could have counted it as an empty. I don't know. Next is my current Baby Pan That palette, my Smashbox Duo. This is going very slowly. I'm not working on this nearly as much as I wish I was, but I have pan in one of the shades right there. Next, of course, is my Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I'm really happy with the pan that I have at this point. I'm hoping I could finish this off this year, but if I could finish it off by October, when I have to do this video again, that would be awesome. I doubt it, but maybe. Next is my Super Shock Shadow in Koosh from ColourPop. I love this eyeshadow so much. I love it, I love it, I love it. But I have a long way to go before it's a goner. This next product has been in this products I have pan on since I started it in April of 2018, but I'm hoping that this will be the last time it's in this video. That is my ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Highlight in Lunch Money. I'm really hoping this will be gone by October and it will no longer be discussed in these types of videos. I've been working on this for what feels like forever. And that's because I was working on it, I hit pan on it, and then I stopped working on it. But now I'm working on it again, and I'm really hopeful that this will not be part of this conversation the next time this video comes around in October. All right, next we have my Physicians Formula Green Concealer Color Corrector. Oh, there's, bless you. There is my pan right there. Next is my e.l.f. Concealer Palette in Dark. I use this as a cream bronzer. And I know some of these I just talked about in my Partners in Cream update, but there's my pan right there. 2 of the pans I previously had 6 months ago were in here and are now gone. So I had 3 pans in here with products 6 months ago, and now I only have this one left. So those are 2 out of the 7 pans I finished in the past 6 months. Another 2 pans that I finished in the past 6 months, and the third one I'm still working on, comes from this palette right here. This is my Too Faced No Filter Selfie palette, And this is all I have left of the bronzer.
What? Can I show you something?
Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I love it. Oh, it's really bright. Is it showing up? Oh my gosh, that is so cute.
Thank you.
I love it. You did a great job.
You're welcome.
These two pans had product in them 6 months ago, and now they are gone. And as you can see, this one is on its last leg and it will be gone soon too. But I am still working on that bronzer every single day to give my forehead this glowing bronzed look that I love very much. As far as the other two products that had pan on them, but I've since finished, they both came out of my Pure Go Nude palette. One was a matte brown shade that I was using as an eyebrow powder before working on this one. And the other one was the lavender shade from my Baby Pan That palette, which lived right here temporarily. So I think that's everything. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. I'm sure if I did, somebody will remind me and I will start kicking myself for not including it in this video. But I think those are all of the pans that I finished, and these are all of the new pans that I'm currently working with. I can't believe I am up to 65 products with pan. I am so excited. I know there's some project panners out there. I think Tosh from Too Much Tosh was the first one to do it, but I could be wrong, where she discusses her percentage of pan. So if, for example, the category of eyeshadow, she takes every pan of eyeshadow she has, and then she divides the amount of pan she has. She can get a percentage of pan. I actually just did a how many pans of eyeshadow video. I don't think that number has changed. I don't think I've finished anything, and I definitely haven't bought anything. But anyways, I should see if I can get you guys a percentage of pan for eyeshadow. If I can, I'll leave it here somewhere. But I think that is such an interesting discussion, and I've never been able to count how many pans of eyeshadow and how many pans I have, but maybe I will do that today. Maybe we'll start keeping track of my percentage of pan. That is definitely another sign of progress when you're looking at project panning, is out of the pans of eyeshadow you have, is a percentage of products with pan growing. Because if you're using eyeshadows up, or if you're hitting more pan, that number should be going up. And that's the goal for project panning. So I think I might start doing that too. If somebody else started that besides Tosh, let me know, but I think it was Tosh that started that percentage of pan and an eyeshadow thing. And I want to give whoever started it the credit for it, because I've always found that such an interesting angle to project panning, but I've always been way too overwhelmed to crunch the numbers myself with the amount of eyeshadows. But I did just recently film that video, so I'm gonna do that. I'm so excited. I'll have to add that into this video before I post it. All right, that is it for this video, you guys. I hope that this somehow inspired you to start project panning, or continue project panning, or deal with that product that has been driving you nuts and you took a break for it, but you're ready to get back and tackle that product that's been haunting you. So I hope this helps you in some way. And if nothing else, I hope you can see what an amazing project panner I am. No, don't say that, Paula. But anyways, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.